Yo, listen, guys. The last time I watched Fantastic Four, I think it was definitely less than 10, probably like 6 or 5, 6. Yeah. And we're about to check out the reaction for the trailer. The trailer just dropped a few hours ago, but I do not really remember. I do remember the characters, the guy who's made in stone, the long guy, that's a doctor, of course. Then there was this hot lady, I forgot her name. And then, was she invisible? Could she turn invisible? And then there was, who else was there? The Flame, the cocky guy, the guy who turned into fire. So yeah, before watching the trailer, I was like, let's check out just Fantastic Four in 4 minutes recap. For those of you who don't really understand what we're dealing with here, I always knew they were going to make a new one, but like, well, just a matter of when. So let's see. All right, that's the doctor.
Dr. Reed Richards, along with his friend Ben Grimm, convinces Dr. Victor Von Doom, CEO of Von Doom Industries, to allow him access to his space station to test the effects of exposure of clouds of cosmic energy on biological samples. Victor agrees and recruits his chief genetics researcher and Reed's ex-girlfriend, Susan Storm, as
so that's the girl. Let me just add some volume here. Yeah, so that's the lady who, like... Okay, this is the guy who turns into fire. Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. I thought his name was Jack, but yeah.
Ex-girlfriend, Susan Storm, as well as her reckless brother, Johnny Storm. They arrive in space to study the cosmic clouds, but the clouds arrive ahead of schedule. Reed, Susan, and Johnny leave the shielded station to rescue Ben out on a spacewalk to place
so Ben is the guy who turned into rock.
The samples, while Victor closes the shields behind them to keep himself protected. The storm breaks through the station and strikes the four. They return home, but soon begin to develop strange powers. Reed is able to stretch like rubber. Susan can become invisible and create force fields. Johnny can engulf himself in fire. And Ben is transformed into a large...
I told you guys.
rock-based creature with superhuman strength and durability. Victor, meanwhile, faces a backlash from his stockholders due to the publicity from the failed mission. On the Brooklyn Bridge, Ben accidentally causes a traffic pileup while stopping a man from committing suicide. The four use their various powers to contain the damage and save lives. While the public cheer them for their efforts, Ben's fiancée arrives to silently split their engagement, unable to accept him for his condition. Reed vows to a heartbroken Ben to reverse the effects. The media dubs them the Fantastic Four, and Victor exploits the news story to his stockholders, but they decide to pull out of Von Doom Industries. The four move into Reed's lab in the Baxter building to study their abilities and work on finding a cure. Victor offers his support in their efforts, but blames Reed for the mission's failure. Reed plans to construct a machine to recreate the storm and reverse their conditions. However, Johnny refuses to cooperate.
Johnny was enjoying the powers. Johnny was like, yo, I'm not doing that. It's none of my business.
They should just embrace their powers. Meanwhile, Victor, having also been affected by the storm due to the shield's malfunctioning, begins mutating into organic metal and is able to produce electricity. He begins plotting to use his new powers to take his revenge. Victor drives a wedge between Ben and Reed, resulting in Ben walking out in a rage. This motivates Reed to attempt the machine on himself, but he cannot generate enough power to push the storm to critical mass. Victor hears this and brings Ben to the lab. Ben is placed in the machine, and Doom uses his abilities to produce the electricity needed to power it, turning Ben back to normal and accelerating.
Because guys, I was not really paying attention to the storyline. I was just like enjoying the movie.
Doom's condition, causing much of his body to turn to metal. Victor knocks the human Ben unconscious and kidnaps Reed. Victor, now calling himself Doom, tortures Reed using a super cooling unit and fires a heat-seeking missile at the Baxter building to kill Johnny. He flies through the city to evade it, lighting a garbage barge on fire to trick it. Sue rushes to free Reed and battles Doom, but is outmatched. Ben arrives to help, transformed into the Thing again by reusing the machine. The battle spills into the streets, and the four assemble to battle Doom. Johnny and Susan combine their powers to wrap Doom in an inferno of intense flames, and Ben and Reed douse him with cold water, inducing thermal shock and freezing Doom in place. In an epilogue, Ben tells Reed to forget about his experiment with the machine, as he's accepted his condition through his relationship with Alicia masters. The team decide
Yeah,
to
I
embrace
remember
their
that. I
roles
remember
as
that.
superheroes,
Okay.
and Reed proposes to sue. Meanwhile,
Oh.
a frozen Doom is transported back to his homeland of Latveria.
Oh, okay. We got that. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go back to the trailer. All right, so we got it. We got a recap there. Like I said, I was just more interested in like the all the action. You know, when you're growing up as a kid, you don't really pay attention to the storyline. But now that I'm more mature, I'm gonna go back to the cinema with more knowledge, of course. So yeah, now let's check out the trailer, which you guys obviously clicked the video to watch. So let's go.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point
I wonder
to do
if they'll bring back the same character.
family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter
Like a
what.
cinematic classic.
We're all here.
Like a classic kind of like style of film.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge.
Hey, Ben! Look at Ben right now, bro.
Okay.
That looks futuristic, bro. Even like when he's clapping the.
Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time,
Okay.
you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah, true.
Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Is that guy back though? Is that guy back?
As a family.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is them when they're older. Why have they came back together though? That is the question. And what happened to the guy they stopped? Was it Doom or whatever? I guess it's like it's a trailer for that. They call it a trailer, you know. So fingers crossed, all of you guys will get to watch the movie and enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. I'm looking forward to checking out the movie itself. But yeah, I knew Fantastic Four was coming. You know, these days they just bring back all classic movies. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you want to see more reactions like this, please subscribe. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.